Eh, I don't know if I want to eat that. But yo, how's it? Man, I fucking hate staying up until goddamn 2 in the morning before I decide on something to fucking do. Really bad habit. I need to break this soon. But um shitty, not really shitty day, but fucking I couldn't think of anything to do today, but I mean, or tonight rather. I couldn't think of anything to really talk about. So I'm just gonna talk about my day. Um, Starting off, woke up at 12 because I stayed up until like 4 in the morning last night. That was really bad, but fucking whatever. Then had a gut ache all day. Just fucking ow. I mean, like I think I'm just hungry. I probably need water or something, but it still hurts right now. After this, I'm gonna go chug down like half a liter of water or some shit because it made me feel better for at least a little while. Still sort of hurts. um, and like just now, I've been listening to a video essay about mukbang people. Obviously, like Nikocado and all that shit. I think that's why I was holding this because I thought it'd be thematically appropriate to eat. But nah, I don't want that shit. And yeah, I find it weird that I've spent 2 hours now listening to an essay about the one group of people I don't like, which is really weird. And fucking, it's not that he's fat. It's not that he's gay. It's just that he's an asshole. At least from what I'm listening to, he's an asshole. Um, and fucking, what a prick. You see, the thing is, because people that talk like him, I can't do a really good impression, but you know, I want to say the yas bitch kind dudes. I don't know. I find it really hard to talk to them. It's some of them are nice, some of them are really nice, but yeah, fuck it. It's a stereotype that they're assholes deep down. Fucking, I don't like them. And friggin', that's not really something to really talk about because I have a weird voice. Fucking, I haven't met a single person in the world that sounds like me, or yet. Like everybody always sounds different, but it's just that one stereotype of dude that I cannot talk to. It's terrible. Um, One thing that I do respect is that actually no, I don't respect any of that because I don't watch any of his shit because that kind of grosses me out. And you know what, fucking, because the only thing I know him for is being fat and being a bitch in the car scene. You know the one where he's like onto the back chair, and he was like they were real bitch punches. It was like that sort of shit. I don't respect that. If a man can't beat the shit out of the fucking thing, like that was like it was like I don't respect it. In fact, he's one of the few people that I will ever say I can actively beat the shit out of. Like you all know me. I know y'all know me. I've told you I can't fight for shit. I could beat that. But fucking, I'm not trying to talk about him. It's just like because like I had to pause it, to start recording. so it's like fresh on my mind. Um, I'm writing an essay about snails and slugs, I guess. So I don't know if you're gonna look forward to that, but that's what I was doing today. Um, I did some schoolwork. It was for visual communications. Um, I mean, it's basically just arts, art class, but weirder. Yeah, I got to draw some stuff today. Oh, another thing for visual communications class today, I got to watch a movie, and then all I had to do was explain the color palette. I watched Who Killed Captain Alex today, and I thought that was pretty sick. Really good movie. Like, although it's like bad, it's really well acted, I should say. Because maybe it's just because I don't speak what they speak in Uganda. I looked it up. The official language is English, but they're not speaking English. So if I'm going off what I googled, then they should be speaking Swahili, but I don't speak Swahili, and that's not racially charged. I actually looked it up today, so I'm just going off what Google said. But either way, no matter what it is, I don't speak it. Well, maybe the acting was just really shit because all I could go off of was the face and the VJ. Um, I'm trying to think of something to talk about that isn't too gross or personal. Um, uh, hear about anecdote of these are my keys, and I think, or some people kind of look at me funny when they see my keys because I have a bottle opener at the end of it. I got this from my mom or my mother because she's had this longer than she's had me around, and she gave me her keychain, and there's a little bit of sentimental value to it. I feel simply because it's my mother's, but yeah, I have it says Corona. It's got a foot on it, and I have this, which I only recently like a year and a half ago, only figured out that it was a shower ring, and I just kind of keep it on my waist. Um, Something that nobody's seen yet though is that I keep a little lock on it, and I have the keys the key on for the thing just on it, so I could just fucking I could just hook it onto whatever, and then man, fuck it. I haven't gotten the technique down, but it's a possibility. Like if I need it or something, I just think it'll be useful. Fuck it. There we go. Figured it out. There's that. 9 minutes. That should take 20 to process and upload. I feel like I want to talk about stuff, but I don't know if I want to talk about it on YouTube or like now. But I've had ideas of one doing a podcast. I've been asking around for guests, and I've got a couple that said that they would be willing. But scheduling is kind of difficult, so that's probably not going to happen for a very long time. I wanted to start talking on one of the dirty sites, either Pornhub or one of those places, because of um, because I have a lot of dirty thoughts, and sometimes I want to talk about them because I think they might be funny or not. Um, Another thing is I want to get a job, like an actual job, like maybe minimum wage or something, because I want budget for this because like I want to have a little bit of spending money to like give to whoever shows up in these because I want more people to show up in these. I want the setup to be better. Like I want an actual camera. I want like lights that I could just like stick over here and here, and then I'll have even lighting on me. Um, I want to get like an actual fucking PC that I can edit on and shit. You know, and because I don't have a phone, whatever money I have is probably gonna get put into that. But then, why did I do that? I never fucking do that. Yeah, I want to get people on this. I think that'd be really cool. Cause I feel like if you have no context for me, right? Like, say if you came here because I was in your recommended, but you have no clue who the hell I am. You have no context for who I am. Like, you don't know me, right? And then you kind of see this, then you know I want there to be a little bit more, what you call it, diversity in the people that you see, because I think that would be pretty sick. Um, that'd be pretty sick. I feel because I like to see things. I like to see videos where it's more than just me in them, but that hasn't happened for a very very long time. Like, there's not even a mention of anybody else in any of these since forever ago. I think that kind of sucks. Um, uh, I've been thinking, but I'm not gonna go in on it because there's no following. You see, Patreon for the thing, like for this, for the budget, for paying people. But I've also started making a website on Wix.com. It's not really that hard. It's just that I haven't, had the time to keep going into it. But yeah, you see, the thing that I want to do is there's this video that I did in June, like when the global crisis, pandemic, whatever, when that shit was still young and new. You know, it's stuff to do during quarantine, and I did a lot of that. Um, but it's blocked in America and most places because of Jimi Hendrix. I used his track "Voodoo Child" for about like a minute and a half, which is fair, but also fuck you, you know. uh, Fuck, I need to stop listening to goddamn dramas. Fuck that, I'm starting to talk like them. I hate it. Um, Another thing I want to do is more artsy shit. Like oh wait, no, I should keep going. Um, Website, Wix.com. I have to pay to put anything longer than 10 minutes into it, which it kind of sucks. I feel because like that's the only reason I wanted to make a website so I could put that on there. I mean, like that's what I started on. Like, well, what if I have my own website that I could just put that on, and then whoever felt like it go and find it. But then like he says, okay, after 10 minutes you have to pay us $4.50 a month, and I'm like, oh god damn it. But like Yeah, and then obviously I want to write lore and whatnot for myself because I already established that these videos have canon, and I'm breaking the fourth wall right now, in character. Fucking, I want to go outside more. That's something good. I really like the ones where I'm outside. And I say the ones where I'm outside because I watch these on my own because I started out with what you call it. I started out with the excuse called quality control, but at some point I really like I make stuff that I like to watch. You've seen it in the past, like on camera. I laugh at my own jokes. Um, I'll say something like, "Ah, da, da, da." But yeah, I watch these because I don't really make much that I don't enjoy watching, and because I'm meant to be funny, and if I'm not funny, then I try to say something that I'll agree with later on. Because that's a problem that I've struggled with. I'll think that okay, this is gonna be my views for this thing, my beliefs for this particular subject for a while, and then I'll talk about it with that viewpoint. But then, like later on, I end up changing my views, and then I'm ashamed that I was vocal about them before. I really hope that when I get older, I still agree with myself. I hope that in a couple years that I plan to, keep doing my thing. I hope that as I get older, I don't change my views, at least not too much to the point where I'm ashamed of having these views now. In fact, of having views at all. I hope I'm never ashamed of doing anything once I get older. I hope that in a couple years, whatever, however long it takes, for me to come back and look at this. Crap, the room is weird. I forgot about that. I just wanted to sit. But I hope that whenever I do come back to watch this particular thing again, because I might come back someday, maybe I'm having some sort of nostalgia. Like, oh, what did I look like? Wait, no. Oh, what did I look like back then? Oh, man, I wish I was a kid. What was I thinking back in the day, man? I I hope you know, I hope I satisfy the older me, And that's strange to think about the fact that I'm gonna get older and I'm gonna change. That's scary to me because all I can really conceive of is me now. I don't know how I'm gonna change in the future. Hindsight is 2020. I understand what I did in the past and I know what I did wrong, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong now. But in the future, I will. I don't know if I'm doing things good or bad. I mean, my moral compass right now might change when I get, older. And I might believe in different things, and that scares me. Because what if I now am under some sort of disillusion that what I'm doing now is right and good, but then later on I'm gonna realize that this was horrible and that I should have never done this. And I hope that I can stay in agreement with whoever I am in the future. I hope that if I ever have any lasting consequences from what I do today, like in this time frame, I hope that it stays, you know, I hope that the lasting consequences from this are good. Now, I haven't done anything, so No, I haven't done anything. I'm not talking about an action that I've taken or a stance that I've made. I'm just thinking that, yeah, whatever decisions I make now, whatever I say now, will affect me some way in the future. And I hope that it affects me good. Like, say 5, 6 years from now, and I'm older and I can look back at, my current present and be like, yeah, I really found what I could stick to, or um, I was actually really mature for that age. I was really forward thinking. And like I can't control this like how I can, you know, maybe affect the way other people think of me. Because at the end of the day, I know me best. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't take things seriously. I don't talk like I'm smart because I know that I'm a fucking idiot. I know that I'm not that smart or whatever. That's why I don't really like to make like I'm smart. That's why I break my English sometimes because I can speak proper English, but it makes me sound smarter than I think I really am, and all that. Because even if like whatever I do now and whatever I do later, and you may think, oh, he's always stayed the same good Goji, you know, but or like maybe if 5, 6 years someone knows me now, knows me then, and he'll say, oh, he was always mature, always all that sort of shit, or maybe he was always immature, always a bitch, always pissy. Then uh, I can sort of affect that. Like someone like he can make his own assumptions onto what he thinks of me, but at the end of the day, if my views on myself will probably be different because I don't I don't consider myself too mature now. I don't really want to consider myself smart or forward thinking, but I don't know. Uh, but I sure hope that in the future I have positive things to say about myself now, and I hope that what I think now will affect me good in the future. Mm. I'm gonna tell a story right now. This New Year, when we were I don't remember if I told this story already, but New Year we were having this little karaoke thing with the family, right? And the rest of the family kept on teasing like, "Oh, he's drunk now because I sampled a bit of wine and like a little bit of beer or whatever." They were making fun like I was drunk or whatever, but I would have totally done that if I was sober. I did that while I was sober. On the day that we were celebrating my birthday, my true birthday on the 10th. Yeah, it's been my birthday now. I'm old now. Oh. Yeah, we were celebrating because my grandmother was in the hospital when New Year came around, and she wanted to make up for it, so everybody came back. But yeah, I did that shit while I was sober, and I think that like being under the influence kind of ruined me a little bit. But fucking, I don't know. I don't care about. But it really shows to me. I think it'll really show what I am. Like now, I think that the word I choose to describe what that is shameless, but maybe in the future I might just call myself fucking stupid or show off your showman. I really wish that I could control what I'll think of myself in the future, because even now, like when I was a kid, I did a lot of shit when I was a kid that I'm not proud of. In fact, I wish it never happened. And the worst part is that it's always my actions that I can't bear. Like when someone else does something, dumb to me or around me, in regards to me or maybe something that we were doing, I can't really fault them because, freaking I'm not gonna say that cliche bullshit. I don't know their story, that sort of shit. But there's sometimes where I can tell what's going on in someone's head because maybe I feel like I know them. But I I understand that I probably won't be able to really fully comprehend someone else's train of thought. Like even if they are to explain it to me in their own words, I may still interpret the situation different and might have done something different. Might have done something different, but yeah. And even then, like that's under the assumption that they're wholly honest with their thought process. Because I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes I'll have a thought and do an action, but then when someone asks me why did you think of that, or maybe just unprompted, I'll just explain myself. But sometimes I'll say something that makes it sound dumber than it was, or make it sound smarter than it was, depending on who I'm talking to. But either way, the thing is, I'm saying that it's easy to change one or two details, and I will never truly know if someone will lie to me on what their thought process was, because that's their thought process. That's like I physically can't see that. I can maybe try and understand it, but I can't tell if that's what they truly thought or if they're telling me something different. And I'm not saying this because people around me are liars, because they are genuine. I surround myself with genuine people, I feel, or at least honest people, good people. But fuck, like say if I do something now that's kind of rash, kind of irrational, kind of questionable or something, and I justify it with something that I didn't really actually feel or think, then no matter what anybody thinks of me because of what I said, I'll know my motivation, and I I don't know, and I can't promise that I'll ever be in a situation where I can be entirely sure of what I'm doing at that point in time and what I'm thinking and why I did anything. I can't entirely promise that because there are some times where you kind of feel like you have to be dishonest on what you were thinking at the time. And sometimes there are points in life where you feel like lying is the better option than telling the truth. And sometimes it is, and my definition of those situations and examples of that may change over time, so I don't want to explain it. But you'll feel it when you see it, when you're in it, I guess. But I don't know. I just hope that I'm proud of myself in the future. I started off this video talking about goddamn snails. You know, I started off saying how I had a gut ache. I'm like, how do I get to these places? Holy shit. Well, I'm not gonna hold you forever. I'm done.